White just played. On h6, pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook takes a 3. On h7. White intends to play. Pawn promotes to queen at h8 and dominate the board. Rook h3 move preferred by black. Black might go for Rook h2. Rook c8. Rook takes h7 and secure a strong hold in the game. King c2 played by white. King d4. King b2. On b4. Rook d7 check. King c4. Rook c7 check. King d5. King c2. Rook h2 check. King d3. On a3. Rook b7 check. King c5. Black considers playing. On a2. Rook a7. On b3. On promotes to queen at h8. Rook takes h8. King c3. King b6 and dominate the board. Rook b8 played by white. White is preparing to play. On promotes to queen at h8. Rook takes h8. Rook takes h8 and establish a winning position. Rook takes h7 played by black. King c2 black has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Rook a6 check. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. King h5. Rook a1. Rook takes b4. Rook h1 check. King g4. Rook g1 check. King f4. Rook f1 check. King e5. Rook e1 check. King d6. Rook d1 check. King c6. Rook c1 check. King b6. White is setting up to play. Rook takes b5 and seized the initiative. Rook g1 was chosen by black. On g6 check. King f6. Rook takes b5. Rook c1. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played. Rook d1. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. King e4. Black is preparing to play. King d4. Rook f1. King c3. King a2. Rook e2. King a3. On d2 and establish a winning position. King a2 played by white. Rook c2. Rook e1 check. King takes f4. Rook f1 check. King e3. Black is planning to play. Rook c1. King takes b2. Rook takes f1 and dominate the board. Rook f8 move preferred by white. On d2. Rook e8 check. King f4. Black considers playing. On promotes to queen at b1 check. King a3. Rook a2 mate and establish a winning position. Rook d8 played by white. On promotes to queen at b1 check. King takes b1. Rook c1 check. King b2. On promotes to queen at d1. Black is preparing to play. Rook c2 check. King a3. Queen a1 check. King b4. Queen b1 check. King a5. Rook a2 mate and dominate the board. Rook takes d1 move preferred by white. Rook takes d1. King c2. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. King h3. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook takes g4. On takes g4. King e5. King g3. King e4. On f3 check. King e5. On f4 check. King d4. On f5. King e4. Black is setting up to play. On h6. King h3. King f4. On h5. On f6. King h4. King f3. King h3. King e4 and gain a significant edge. On f6 was chosen by white. White is aiming to play pawn takes g7 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes f6 played by black. On g5. On f5. On h5. On f4 check. King g4. On f3. Black is setting up to play. On f2. On g6. Pawn promotes to queen at f1 and secure a stronghold in the game. On g6 move preferred by white. White is setting up to play pawn takes f7 and gain a significant edge. Pawn takes g6 was chosen by black. King g5. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. King g1. Pause the video to find out black's response. Rook g2 check. King h1. White might go for pawn promotes to queen at 8 and gain a significant edge. Rook a2 played by black. King g1. On e3. Rook e7. On e2. Black is looking to play rook takes a7 and dominate the board. Rook e6 was chosen by white. On f5. On b5. White might go for pawn b6. Rook a1 check. King h2 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes a7 played by black. On c6. Rook a1 check. King h2. Rook c1. Black's idea is to play rook c2. King h3. Rook c5. Rook takes e2. King takes e2 and take decisive advantage. Pawn b6 was chosen by white. Rook takes c6. On b7. White's idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at b8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c2 move preferred by black. Black intends to play pawn promotes to queen at e1 check. Rook e2. Rook takes e2 check. King h3. Queen takes g3 mate and increase their advantage significantly. King h3 move preferred by white. White is looking to play pawn promotes to queen at b8 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook b2 was chosen by black. King h4. Rook takes b7. King g5. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. White played rook takes d5. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook g3 check. King f2. On g5. Black is setting up to play rook takes a3 and secure a stronghold in the game. On a4 played by white. Rook takes h3. Rook b5. On h5. Rook takes b7. Rook a3. Black's idea is to play rook takes a4 and establish a winning position. On a5 played by white. On g4. Black is preparing to play King h3. King e2. On g3. Rook g7. On h4. On b5. Rook takes a5 and seize the initiative. Rook h7 move preferred by white. Rook a4. Rook d7. Rook takes b4. On a6. Rook a4. Black is looking to play rook takes a6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook d6 was chosen by white. On g3 check. King g2. Rook a2 check. King f3. King h3. King f4. On g2. Black is aiming to play rook a4 check. King e5. Pawn promotes to queen at g1 and establish a winning position. Rook d1 played by white. Rook takes a6. King g5. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black played king f7. Pause the video to find out white's response. King d5. Rook d7. King c6. White is planning to play king takes d7 and seize the initiative. Pawn takes e5 played by black. King takes d7. Pawn takes f4. King c7. Pawn f3. Pawn d7. White's idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at d8 and take decisive advantage. Pawn f2 played by black. Pawn promotes to queen at d8. Pawn promotes to queen at f1. Queen d7 check. King f6. Queen e6 check. King g5. Queen e7 check. King h6. Pawn f6. Queen f4 check. Queen d6. Queen takes d6 check. King takes d6. King g6. King e6. King g5. Pawn f7. King f4. Pawn promotes to queen at f8 check. King g4. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White just played rook takes c3. Pause the video to find out black's response. Rook takes c3. Pawn takes c3. King f7. Pawn f5. Pawn e5. King d2. Pawn e4. King c1. King e8. King d2. King d7. King e3. King c6. Black is planning to play king b5. King e2. King c4. King d2. Pawn e3 check. King e2. King takes c3 and gain a significant edge. Pawn c4 was chosen by white. Pawn takes c4. King takes e4. King d6. Black is aiming to play king c6. King f3. King d5. King e3. Pawn c3 and gain a significant edge. King f3 move preferred by white. Pawn c3. King e2. King d5. Black is looking to play king takes d4 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d3 move preferred by white. White is setting up to play king takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn c2 move preferred by black. Black's idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at c1 and secure a stronghold in the game. King takes c2 played by white. King takes d4. King d2. King e3. King c3. King f4. King d4. King takes g4. King e3. King takes f5. King f2. Black has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game. White just played king f3. Pause the video to spot black's next move. King d6. Black's idea is to play king c5. Rook a3. King d5. Rook b3. King takes c6 and gain a significant edge. Rook a3 move preferred by white. King d5. Rook a5 check. King takes c6. Rook f5. Rook takes c3 check. King takes f4. King b6. Rook f8. King b5. King e5. Rook d3. Rook b8 check. King c4. King e4. Pawn c5. Rook a8. Rook d1. Rook a4 check. King b3. Black is planning to play king takes a4 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook a7 played by white. Pawn c4. Rook b7 check. King c2. Rook c7. Pawn c3. King e5. Rook d8. King f6. King d2. Black wants to play On c2. King g7. Rook d3, and put immense pressure on the opponent. King e5 move preferred by white. On c2. Rook c5. Rook d3. Rook takes c2 check. King takes c2. King f6. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. King g2. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Rook f4. Rook h7. Rook f6. King g3. King a6. White is preparing to play. Rook f5. Rook h2. Rook c5. King f4. King b7. King e4. King takes c7, and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook h1 played by black. Rook c6. King f4. Rook takes c7. King e5. Rook c6. King d5. King b7. Rook h7 check. Rook c7. White is preparing to play. Rook takes h7 and seize the initiative. Rook h2 move preferred by black. On b6. King d4. Rook c1. King d5. King c7. Rook h7 check. King b8. King d6. On b7. White wants to play. King a8. Rook takes b7. King takes b7 and establish a winning position. Rook h2 played by black. Rook a1. King c5. King a8. Rook h8 check. King a7. White is preparing to play. Rook c1 check. King d4. Rook b1. Rook h7. King a6 and dominate the board. King d5 move preferred by black. Rook c1. King d4. On promotes to queen at b8. White is planning to play. Queen takes h8 check and seize the initiative. Rook takes b8 played by black. King takes b8. King e3. Black is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game.